Hi everyone, Sandra Vale here at Homesteading Ways, and today I thought I would talk to you about the small ways that Paul and I make extra money on the homestead. Now Paul works full-time still. He owns his own company, and I stay here at home and keep the home fires burning, or however you want to put it. But I do make money here from home, and I help add to the income and the savings, and I'm just going to give you a few ways that we do it. And the first one is eggs. Eggs on the homestead. If you have chickens, chances are you have extra eggs. Unless you only have maybe a few chickens, a few hens, but we have more than a few. We don't have a huge flock. There's certain laws in Wisconsin about doing eggs from larger flocks, and we really don't want to expand huge like that. So we have about 40 hens, and we have plenty of eggs, as I'm sure you can identify with if you have more than a few hens too. But anyhow, we're selling our eggs about 50 cents less than the going rate around here, and that is because we have a bunch of Icelandics, and even though those are a heritage breed and a little bit harder to find, they lay smaller eggs, smaller white eggs. I'd say they're about a medium. Maybe sometimes you could get a small large, but probably more like a medium. And I mix all my eggs, so I sell them for 50 cents less, like I said, than the going rate around here. But business is good, you know, and I can't complain, and that's really extra money every week, and it helps with their feed, but it also helps with my savings account. And then one other thing, sometimes in with the eggs in the fridge, well, none of this stuff needs to be refrigerated, but I'll put other things that I'm currently selling, like on Craigslist or whatever, stuff like this. This is deodorant I make, and a black drawing salve, lip balm, home and health and beauty products that I make at home here. And a lot of people like them. They like that homemade, that handmade touch, and they like that it's all natural. Now, if I had more skills like you people that can actually sew and crochet and knit, oh boy, you could be selling those like nobody's business. Those are usually in really good demand, and you could sell them at, as I'm sure you know, at craft sales and flea markets. And right now I don't do any of that. I'm kind of busy with my kids, even though they're out of the home, extended family things. So plus we're working on the cabin, so I don't want my weekends tied up. When we get up to the cabin and there's less stuff going on, then I do plan on hitting up farmers markets, flea markets, online, and craft sales, craft fairs on the weekends and stuff. That's a really good way to make money off of doing something you enjoy, you know, and other people enjoy it. They want what you have. They maybe don't have the time to do it themselves, or they don't have the talent like I don't. You know, I'm not gonna crochet a blanket, nor am I gonna make a really nice handmade quilt. I can't do it. I'm not talented that way. So, and then you could barter too, you know, hey, I'll give you some of mine if you share some of yours, kind of thing, you know. It's a great thing to do. But okay, let's move on to other ways of making money. Okay, here's another way we make some money. Our rabbits. Now they're close to the chicken run here, so you're going to hear a lot of crowing. But this here is Teeny. I nicknamed him that when I first thought he was a girl, but he reminds me a lot of the Velveteen Rabbit in the storybook. And he's very friendly. And he loves to be loved on. Well, anyhow, he's a Rex rabbit. We raise Rex and Silver Fox right now, and we use them for meat and fur. But with some of the litters, we also sell them as pets and as breeder stock for other homesteaders. Got crows, we got chickens going here. Thank goodness the rabbits don't make much noise. But anyhow, you can make some good money on rabbits while also supplying your own family with its needs. Okay, now I'm out by the garden here, and I don't particularly make money off of what I grow here in the garden. This is my big bed, and I have a few smaller beds scattered throughout here and there, but I really don't make enough produce or raise enough herbs and that to make any money off of it. But I'm going to show you what I do. What I do? Well, that's what I'm going to show you. However, though, if you do have enough room to plant extra tomatoes, cucumbers, whatever it is, you know, you're growing, by all means, go ahead and do that, because you can really make some decent money off of that as well. But come on, I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, one of the other ways that I make money from here on the homestead is this greenhouse here. I have 2 of these, maybe 3, but I think 2 of them. And anyhow, in the spring, early spring, okay, maybe late winter, mid to late February, I'm itching like everybody else to get my hands in the dirt and start planting something. And almost every single year I overplant. I'm just get overzealous, and it's exciting and fun. And so now I've actually turned that, oh no, what do I do with all these plants, into making some money. It started one year when I grew over 150 tomato plants, which there was no way I could plant 150 tomato plants in my garden. So I started selling them on Craigslist, and it really worked to my benefit, because people want good plants and organic plants. They're really into the organic movement now, and that's just wonderful. And that's how I plant my stuff, you know. There's no hybrids or anything like that. So if these people want to save the seeds, once the season's over, they can go ahead and save their seeds. So plant what you like, you know, look around on Craigslist, or, you know, whatever is local in your area, and see what really sells. Do you enjoy growing that kind of stuff? You know, like some things is really hard to grow from seed as a transplant, that it really needs to be, you know, out in the ground, say peas for instance. But of course tomatoes and peppers and all kinds of herbs do really well that way. And so I get my my greenhouses set up in my living room, because I have nowhere else to put them, and I put some grow lights on. So I'm going to do it anyways for my own plants, and I put extra plants out there, and then I sell them. Sometimes I'll put a note like where the eggs are, and in the wintertime I don't sell the eggs out of my fridge. I use some coolers that I have on the front porch, and I put the eggs in there, you know, every day so they don't freeze or whatever. But I'll put a little note there saying, you know, that I'm selling garden plants and whatever. I mean, you can get the word out however you want. But that's another way that I make money here at home. And another thing I do is I conduct classes. And that's, you can pick whatever class you want. It just depends on what you're good at. Now for me, I've done canning classes. Not so much water bath, because a lot of people look on YouTube for videos on that, and they can learn pretty easy through there. And they can as well for pressure canning. However, I have found, at least in my area, that a lot of women are still afraid to take that plunge in a pressure canning. But they feel much better when they're around other women or somebody else who knows what they're doing, who's done it before, and can show them hands-on. That class takes a little bit longer, because you know how long it takes sometimes to pressure can, but it's okay. We have a great time. I do classes on foraging. A lot of people want to learn about what is out and around them. What can they use as food? What can they use as medicine? Should they get rid of this weed or not? You know, that's a very interesting topic for a lot of people. And then I also do classes on essential oils. I don't get into those multi-level marketing oils. Those prices are really high, and I'm thinking it's because everybody along the chain is getting paid. But I let people know, like, you know, there's a lot of reputable places they can buy their oils from, and how to mix them, and what to use them for. Maybe you don't want to mix them, you know, all that kinds of stuff. and it's another hands-on class. So think about what you can do. You know, can you crochet? Can you bake? You know, I know a lot of people who want to learn how to bake bread really well. And so I can't do a class on that because I don't bake bread very well. My bread is edible. It's not very pretty. So if you're a great baker, think about doing a few classes on that. Just think about what you're good at. Stuff that you think maybe everybody else knows how to do. No, a lot of times they don't. So go ahead and put a class out there. See what happens. You know, you may not get really good luck that first go around, but keep at it. You know, you'll make some money there. Your talents can really bring some extra money on the homestead, and that really comes in handy, you know, for that rainy day or that car breaking down or who knows what. But anyhow, I hope I've helped you out a little bit, get you thinking, you know, about how you can make some money at home. You know, sometimes we just have to stay home or we want to stay home, but it's still nice to bring that money in. Anyhow, thanks for taking the time for watching this. That's great. Please comment, subscribe, thumbs up, share. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. It was nice talking to you, and you take care.